Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? We back again with Making the Right Play podcast, episode 12, man. Let's clap it up, man. We at episode 12, everybody, family. All right, man. So we just want to say, man, thank you guys again for tuning in to the last episode, man. Just kind of remember just to like, share, subscribe, comment. We kind of want to know what you guys are thinking. Okay, so anytime that you guys have any feedback, you definitely can let us know on our TikTok, our Instagram. As you know, we got we got DT, we got G Clark. You might see their personal pages. Reach out to them. Reach out to me. You know what I
Yes,
mean? It's
sir.
all love. It's all love, man. So before we get the show started, man. I'm gonna let DT start here. You got any few words before opening up?
Hey, just want to say, like you said, thanks for coming along. It's another week. We look forward to doing this every week, So we just want to continue to get better, continue to bring content that you guys love and appreciate. But we also ask that you guys please like, comment, and subscribe. And also, we're available on all streaming platforms as Spotify, uh, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast from. We there. Follow us on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, I want to thank for
Definitely.
being on the journey with us. Derek covered everything,
Hmm.
great speaker as he is, and I want to say I appreciate all the feedback and things to make our show better. Reaching out to the people that we appreciate y'all and y'all feedback and y'all follow.
Hey y'all, and before we go here, as y'all can see, man, we got these spiffy tees on right now, man. Making the right play
Shout out to
podcast
Ed.
tees, man. Shout out to Ed Picasso, graphic designer and artist, man. Listen, man, I need y'all to go check him out on TikTok. At I am Ed Picasso. He got these shirts for us, man. We will be doing business with Ed. I saw his page, man. Ed is doing his thing. He has everything going on. So shout out to you, Ed. We appreciate you for tuning in and
Appreciate it, Ed.
supporting the show, brother. So again, just thanks again, man. And we'll definitely be reaching out soon, man. Thanks again, man.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Ed. And this ain't that old gilding that you get at the
Woo, quality. You
it's
hear me?
quality.
Yes, yes, definitely
Hey,
quality.
Yeah,
good quality, man. Good quality,
Yeah,
y'all. So
yeah.
if y'all do like them, let us know. You know what I mean? We can, if y'all do like, want to get some merch going, y'all. So we again, Ed, appreciate you, brother. So we'll go ahead and get this show started today, y'all, man. We gonna get here, man. Dame Lillard back in Portland. G, we gonna go ahead and start with you here, brother. What do you think about this move, man? With Dame going back home, what do you think, man? And just was it the right move, basically?
I was shocked. I was really shocked that he was going back. That just lets you know his heart was still in Portland. You know, um, he didn't want to move, and by him going, to Milwaukee during a time where things was happening in his personal life, the divorce, and being away from his kids, flying them in, flying them back, it was probably hard on him, and I could see where it's like his focus by paying on the Bucks wasn't the best at all times. So people look at the numbers and say he still had a solid year, but you could tell his heart was still in Portland. And by him going back and working a contract out, because I think the Bucks still gonna owe him like 70 more millions, something like that. So I'm looking at like 20 something plus million. And and I think him going back to Portland is like where he wanted to be and where he'll possibly end his career. So shout out for Dame going back to Portland, but I gotta say I was shocked.
Definitely, G. Yeah, I think we all were, man. When that thing came across the phone, man. So, DT, what you think about him going back to his land, man, Portland?
hey, I think it's a good move. Like G was saying, and I think Dame said as well. It was tough on being away from his kids. His kids and his family is still in Portland. So you got an opportunity to go back. And this year he ain't gonna play none this year. They said he's gonna rehab this whole year, come back off the injury. So you get a chance to develop, get healed and spend time with your kids, man, because that's support. Your family, your kids. That's your legacy that you building. So you get, you want that with you. I don't want to be in Milwaukee away from my kids. So just the opportunity to return back home. And I think another one of those homecomings is possible for somewhere here in Ohio for somebody. But it's a good move for Dame, and I think it's a good move by Portland because I don't think it was no bad blood with the two sides, even with the split. So we could bring Dame back in. He's a fan favorite. We know the community love him. Tickets gonna sell with Dame. Let him go ahead and end his career as one of the best Blazers around.
Yeah, definitely, DT. I think both of you guys had great takes there. I agree with both of y'all. I think the number one thing was family. He is a family guy. You know what I mean? So mom, dad, his brother, not too he's back on the West Coast, kind of that West Coast, not too far from, where he's from, Oakland, right? To be sure. So,
Yep.
and I heard about his house. I mean, they said he got like a top tier recovery room there, like hyperbolic
Yeah,
chambers, all type of stuff. So, his recovery in Milwaukee was a lot different, than him being in Portland. So I
for
think
sure.
that's key. I definitely was shocked, man, because I call this the Carmelo effect. I call it where I'm just gonna go ahead and get the bag, and I'm not really worried about the chips because you're not going to win a championship in Portland. I'm going to stand on that right here, right now, and say that you didn't go back to win because you did have offers from Minnesota. You did have offers from Golden. I mean, Boston. You had places where you could have gone, recover, and come back and possibly contend for a championship. Because at the end of the day, you get the Bucks bought you out, like G said. So you're already getting 25, 27 million. Portland signed him for 3 years, 42 million. So I mean, he's back up in that range of, for the next 3 years, about 40 million a year. I'm not paying
Yep.
Dame Lillard 40 million a year right now. You know what I mean? Like, as we saw, even with Milwaukee, he has lost his athleticism. I'm more surprised because of his personality. He's one of those guys that want to win. He's one of those guys that are, that's thriving. I mean, not just thriving, but wants to compete. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Dame gives me, that more of a, he's that kind of like that gangster on the court, silent, like I call my son a silent assassin. Like, he don't talk
There
too
you
much,
go.
but he ready to get it going. You know what I mean? He's gonna show up. He's gonna show up when the lights is on. That's why they call him Dame Time. He is
Oh
one of
no,
those
for sure,
guys.
for sure,
But
for sure.
I'm just gonna say this, and I put this up on the story for a few people to reply. Um, I'm not putting Dame Lillard over Kyrie Irving in the top 75. I'm not doing it. I like Dame. I think Dame has been a great NBA player. Is he a Hall of Famer? Yes. But one of these guys, Kyrie Irving, and I'm biased because he's one of my favorite players. So I'm biased. But what I'm gonna tell you is this: if we're talking about skill set, and we're talking about at the size that Kyrie Irving is, finishing, to be able to use both hands, and also as an NBA champion, he also hit one of the biggest shots ever. Am I right, in NBA Finals history? Right.
For
So
sure,
I mean,
for sure, for sure.
that's all I'm saying is that, G, I'm gonna go ahead and let you touch base here. Well, what I'm saying is, I know I want to get off target, but for people, I'm telling y'all right here, that top 75 list was shit, and we know it was. I ain't a Dwight Howard guy. There's no way he not in the top 75.
That's a
It's
fact.
ridiculous. Go ahead, G.
I'm gonna say this. I'm a Kyrie fan too, for sure. Skill set, I'm going Kyrie. But
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, I think I know why. Kyrie never led a team to the playoffs. Dame was in a tough West, led his team to the playoffs, and I think at one time they was the number one seed, if I'm mistaken. They looking at that, and then Kyrie injuries early in his career and still now probably hinder him. But if it was just off all skill, yeah, for sure, Kyrie Irving, I will put him over Dame. But I'm just saying how the NBA sometimes look at you as like, man, he injured a lot. Well, when he was with Cleveland, and the East was never harder than the West, Cleveland had two number one picks, Wiggins and that dude Brandon. What's his name? Last name was Bennett, Anthony
Bennett.
Bennett.
Yeah, Anthony Bennett.
So it's like you're not really getting nothing from Cleveland with Kyrie at the helm. Now in the West in Portland, yeah, he has CJ McCullough, but CJ them are two small backcourt guards. And I think they probably held that against Kyrie. That's what I'm saying. But, but skill wise, no, Kyrie, he on a whole nother. He is Saturn.
And G, and I like that perspective, right? I like that perspective, and I'm cool with that. But I'm also cool with the perspective of when COVID came around, Kyrie Irving wasn't taking a shot. That was a huge story. Stephen A. blew it up, NBA blew it up. That
That's
was
a
the one
point.
thing. Then when he
Yeah.
reposted the film from Amazon, that was another thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think it was
It was
like
personal.
it's personal. It was personal. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. It's a way that you could have put Dame and you put Kyrie in that top 75. You know what I mean? Like there's a way that you do it because I look at it like this. Anthony Davis, before he got to the Lakers, we was used to New Orleans. I mean, we talking about a guy that's always injured. We talk about a guy
He
that's.
wouldn't
I
have
mean,
made it. He wouldn't have made it.
you see what I'm saying? So that's why, like, when I
Not
look at
over
your
prime Dwight
perspective,
Howard.
over proud Dwight Howard. But see, when I look at that perspective, where we talk about always injured, not being able to take a team to, not too far in the playoffs, and you're right. Cleveland, I mean, with Kyrie with Cleveland, I mean, we only way I watching Cleveland was to watch Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? At that
That
time,
was
like
it. Yeah.
before Brian
Yeah.
got there, so it was like when after Kyrie broke his leg at Duke when he got drafted by Cleveland at the number 1 pick. That's probably why I was only watching Cleveland. But all I'm saying is this, and we'll switch from this subject. But to me, that is a big toss up. But I could, like you said, we are dealing with politics. That is what most sports is. There's gonna be a lot of things that we're questioning, right? We still questioning how the hell Cooper Kupp went to Dallas. That's going to be a question mark for a long goddamn time. Like, y'all can say what y'all
Yeah.
want to that the NBA ain't cheating this and that. You trade Luka when you get the number 1 pick, and y'all wasn't the worst. Y'all actually was a pretty decent team last year before injuries. You know what I'm saying? So, again, definitely shout out to Dame. Congratulations going back over to the crib, man. I know the fans are happy. I know the community is happy. And I'm just glad, you can be with your babies, man, and Mom Dukes and them. And, shout out to you, brother. Maybe you can get in the Olympics and get you a gold medal, man. But that might be the only gold you get, brothers. All right. So we'll go we'll go here to the next. And we gonna go here, man. Shaquille O'Neal's message to RG3, man. DT, we're gonna let you start here, brother. Now, as we saw, and I'm just gonna recap what Shaq said is that he said if RG3 said something else about Angel Reese, he gonna punch him in the face. That's directly what it was. Derek, let me know about what you think about Shaq comments towards RG3.
Hey, man, Shaq, I gotta protect my investment. That's all it is. He got money invested in Angel Reese. That's my girl. RG3, you keep firing these shots. I don't care if you don't like black women or whatever. If you disrespect her one more time, Shaq did the ultimate. I would smack you. You don't tell a man you're going to smack me. Like, RG3, he got to respond to that. Hey, it's something got to be said. Shaq got to come smack me if I'm RG3. Because I'm going to get disrespectful at that point. Even if the Diesel kick my ass, I'm going to get disrespectful. Because listen, how you tell a grown man, if you say one more thing, I'm going to smack you? Like, no, but like, and whatever, that this RG3, whatever his problem is with black women, it's got to be dealt with. And if him and Shaq see each other out, I don't even think he don't even have to make another comment. I think Shaq the type of guy that's going to smack him on GP just to let him know, don't play with me. Like, and it's just going to be that. But that's what Shaq better be careful, because you the Diesel, you got a lot of money. RG3 might let you smack him. Go ahead, Shaq, smack me, bitch. Like, get paid. But I understand, Shaq protecting his investment. And honestly, even I don't know if you see, there's been a lot of black women, like, about time they speaking up for us, like black men don't speak up for them, but they happy that Shaq's going out there saying he gonna smack the shit out of RG3 if he say something else. Which, I mean, I respect Shaq and what he's saying, because Angel Reese is my brand. She's Reebok. She's a part of me. So, hey, protect what's yours, the Diesel.
For sure. G, what you thinking, man?
Nah, hey, I agree with what Shaq said. I'm tired of RG3 bitch ass too. So, but like I said, I don't know what episode it was. I said he got a problem with her. You know what I'm saying? That's his biggest gripe. He got a problem with her. And he always be on the front line on X when something pop up or when something bad happen or something said. But my thing is, I'm going to flip it now. Past 6, 7, 8 games, she been averaging 19, 12, and 6. Why you ain't speak on that? Give us some balance, punk. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you want to just sit up here and dog a girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say a sister, my bad. And you a black male. Yeah, we're going to look at you different. You a bitch-ass nigga. And I'm glad Shaq said some hood shit to you. I don't give a fuck about you at home and trying to post a picture of a monkey, You was hyped to do that, bruh. And we see that. That's what Ryan Clark said. He said he'd shoot a fair one with you. But it seemed like you picking on girls. That's why Shaq said what he said. And yeah, RG3 could shoot back and sound tough and dare Shaq because Shaq ain't dumb enough to lose a lot of money. Shaq knew what he was doing. And like Shaq said, you play football, bruh. Funny thing is, you won't even be known for football. You'll be known for podcasts. So you picking on a black girl on everything she do or say or whatever it is, it makes you look weak, bro. And I don't give a fuck who you trying to impress. Cause you like a bitch ass nigga to me. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'll slap your ass myself. I don't like you. Never did, bum. And I take it personal because I got little sisters. And I wish a motherfucker would. You's a man. Go ahead, Fred. Take it from there, man.
I agree with you, man. And DT, great take as well. I'm gonna say this, man. Shaq is definitely correct. I think any father, any uncle, any, you know what I mean, anybody that's, has nieces and nephews or stepdaughters, stepfathers, like, we felt that, especially when we dealing with our black women. Like, Angel Reese has not only taken the scrutiny, but she also got her ass in the gym and put some work in with Lisa Leslie, one of the greatest to ever do this, and
Yes.
it was able to bring it to the table. And she's playing hell of a, great ball. They don't have the best team, but she is playing well. You know what I mean? And so she's on NBA 2K. She has a lot of great things that Robert Griffin could have pointed out. You see what I'm saying? Why
All
do you
negative.
think that you need? Why? Yeah, all negative, always. And so when niggas get to checking his ass, like Ryan Clark, who's always been steady. Ryan Clark has always been intentional. Even when he went off on Stephen A, right? He was intentional. They might have talked off the screen, but Ryan Clark came back on and said, hey, because he's I think the number one thing is when we look in the mirror and we understand where we start growing, we get better, where we're accountable for ourselves. We look at our mirror and say, what can I do better? I can't control what everybody else does, but what can I do, right? And that's the type of guy Ryan Clark is. That's the type of guy that Ryan RG3 is not. You know what I mean? You looking at you looking in the mirror, you seeing Danny Tanner. He a white. He want to be. He want to be. He want to be. He want. He want to be a white dad on a sitcom or something. You know what I mean? I'm not getting RG3, man. I'm not feeling you, bro. I think you a cornball, man. I think you a clown. We talked about this when you was going through it. You and Ryan Clark were feuding a month ago or 2 months ago. You know what I mean? You start saying, it's. I get it. It's podcasting. Nobody wants to, Cam Newton was just talking about how you can't be safe. Don't be safe. Don't be safe. Well, don't be stupid either. It's okay to, the truth is the truth. If you have an opinion about something cool, you brought up Jay and Daniels. You said, listen, we supposed to be sticking together. Let my boy go out there at least play, and then we'll pick him apart each Sunday. You see what I'm saying? Every time he play, we'll come back and see how he played. You know what I mean? But we got to stop. RG3 was RG3. He didn't know how to slide. I don't give a fuck how fast you is in the NFL. You don't. Joe Burrow had to learn that, right? Where Aaron Rodgers tell him after we Green Bay beat him, hey, big fella, great game, but you got to start getting your ass on that turf, man. Why are you taking these hits? You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm just putting all this into perspective where RG3 is that you mad ESPN fired you, so you had a problem with Ryan Clark because he's still there, right? You pretty much got a problem with anybody going there. But let's just be honest. Shaquille O'Neal, he said some remarks about Angel Reese that he had to take back. Remember when he was on her podcast, right? Talking about they should wear Daisy Dukes. The guys would love watching it. I mean, he stated the obvious. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure guys would love to watch that. Like, I mean, guys, like, if that's what you like to do, right? I mean, but what I'm saying with Shaq, he said some things that was a little off brand as well. So I understand why he coming now. Like, I had to get back in my role. Hey. But I gotta protect my investment, but I feel like I gotta protect Angel because that's kind of how I came out from the beginning when she left LSU, my alma mater. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and end it like this, man. RG3, there's a plenty of things going on in the world right now. If you want to be, you're not safe and talk about, but I understand where you're getting your views from. You didn't bring up Caitlin Clark last 5 games where she been fucking awful.
Horrible.
I ain't been hearing nothing. I seen
that's
one.
That's what I'm saying.
Crying to the
Facts, Fred. Good point, Fred.
Crying to the refs, telling I'm gonna report you to the league. Like, get over here. Like, she's talking to officials like this. Like, if that was Angel Reese, would be everywhere. But the thing about Shaq said he telling Angel Reese to not spit her piece. Like he said, she from the hood. She can talk. She can take it there for herself.
Be more.
But Shaq's telling her like, no, don't even do that. Just continue to play basketball. Like, Because he's like
Nah,
there for sure.
for sure. And that's what I'm ending right here. Hey, RG3, nobody from her circle reached out to you. Stop lying, dude. Stop lying. That was with the whole point of or even her mama had to come out and say that you was lying, my nigga. Nobody reached out to you. They know you ain't fucking with. Why would they reach out to you? Come on, dog. Come on, RG3. Hey man, listen, man, get your shit together, man. Get your shit. Hey man, quit eating them mayonnaise sandwiches and get right, man. God damn, bro. Next topic, man. All right, man. We go here, man. Joe Burrow, man. Is he the best quarterback in the NFL? Sports Illustrated, the boy in the tub with the eyes. Joe Burrow is now a model. I've seen somebody put up back first 6 years. I think Tom Brady first 6 years of Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow got like 15 more touchdowns than Tom Brady. I mean the stats was kind of crazy. I was shocked myself. You know what I mean when the numbers came down. Now I hate that they did that because you can't that's not even smart to do. You know what I mean? You're just trying to start something. But I get it's content, right? This is what the world is. We want people to comment, right? You know, even if the people like, man, this is stupid as hell, right? People are commenting. So guys, is Joe Burrow right now the best quarterback in the NFL? If he is, why? If he's not, let me know who is. G, we'll start with you.
Nah, he ain't the best quarterback in the league. He probably number two. I got him like number two. I got Patrick Mahomes still number one. Nah, man, these guys ain't did nothing Pat did. Kansas City ain't win, so Pat got there. Yeah, he do got Andy Reid. That's to me the best play caller. But Andy Reid had to get Pat order to win because he had Vic, he had McNabb. But nah, I won't put Joe there. Joe got to get some ice, and I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna say this: I don't give a damn about Sports Illustrated. I don't give a damn about the walkway he be walking. I don't give a fuck about your shirt with the back out. I want the production on the field. I don't know you as a model. I know you as a football player. And I'm real strict on that. I don't like motherfuckers to get sidetracked. I want you to focus on your focus. The focus is on that field. All them cigars, all that's cool. But I'm serious. Football is my favorite sport. The Bengals my favorite franchise. And the trophy case is still dusty with no trophy. I want a trophy. Do all that on the side, and I know it's your endorsements. I know people gonna say that. I get it. I'm all for you getting your bread, bro. You my guy. I got you as number two. I want this to be the turning point. I think our window is cracked. It ain't shut, but I want to get some production on the field. I want a motherfucking parade downtown. I want to be off and still get paid from the city because y'all won. That's what I want. I want y'all to take this shit serious. I see Jamar T down in Miami with the other wide receivers, with the ops, Zay Flyers and them. See, I won't even be working out with Zay Flyers. I don't give a fuck what Odell Thurman say. The nigga, he ain't go to LSU. I don't want to be around nobody that I got to go against, bro. That's a mentality. I want us to have some fuck you. That's what I want. I think the Bengals too nice. I don't give a fuck about Joe Burrow on front of no Sports Illustrated. I'll rip that shit up. I'm saying it. And I'm the biggest Bengals fan. I hold these motherfuckers accountable. I cut T, Jamar out, all the motherfuckers. I'm serious, bro. I want us to be focused. We got other shit that's going on. Rookie ain't signing and all that. I know I'm off a little track for it. I'm a little passionate, but
All
I'm getting my
good. All
DT on with my hands. But
Hands.
what I'm saying is I'm locked in, bro. I want to win, bro. I hate to lose more than I love to win. I'm telling you, I just want to win. I'm tired of Pittsburgh fans and all that. Joe Burrow, his stats don't mean nothing. Y'all ain't winning nothing. He just gonna be a quarterback that's with stats and just no MVPs, no trophies. But I got him number two. I'm sorry for the rant, though, man. I had to get that off my chest. Go ahead, DT.
Nah, what's up, G? What's up, bro?
Oh, Jesus. Hey, so I don't believe Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the league right now. Like G said, it's got to be Pat Mahomes just based off the stuff that he do. And then he got jury in the game. And, everybody look at it as what this quarterback do. Do he win any Super Bowls or anything like that? So once Joe Burrow win a Super Bowl, which I think is coming soon, then he could be mentioned in that top quarterback in the league because statistically his numbers is number one.
Yeah.
But he don't have any championships to back it up. And even with the like the Sports Illustrated magazines and stuff like that, that is Joe Burrow. That's just the side that people don't know. But Joe Burrow always been into fashion, even since on that quarterback series that you watched. They always dressed in Joe Burrow. You know how your grandma used to picture in that striped shirt when you go to church? Like, he had that type of stuff. Like, so I think that's always been him, man. You know, but once Joe Burrow get the jury and, you know, continue to do what he do, hey, the topic is
get that real jury.
Yeah, I know.
Get the jury you don't got to pay for.
Well, absolutely, Greg. And, you know, we definitely want that here in Cincinnati. You know, like you said, you somewhat a Bengals fan. I am the biggest Bengals fan, Greg. So I definitely want.
I was a Bengals fan before you, bro. You was in diapers.
I want Joy B to get.
I was in underwear. You was in diapers. I had the He-Man joints. You was in Huggies.
Ladies, you know him. He had the He-Man joint. Ladies, Greg,
Nah, real talk. Hey, I guess it's levels to be in the fan.
I got it. You said kill you with the truth. You said kill you with the truth. Look at it. You choking. Hey, Granny, you saying?
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait, DT, what you want to say?
I can't go no more.
Hey, listen. I'm going to have to agree with y'all. I definitely think Pat Mahomes is he's the scariest guy. You know, if it could be sunny and he walk in the goddamn, on the field and get dark. You know what I mean? People are nervous when this man is coming to town. The plays that he makes. But I can say you kind of can see it flipping a little bit because marketing wise, right? Because a lot of these kids, when you asking the kids now, they like, I'm watching Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. You know what I mean? I'm watching, Archie Manning just said, like, I watch a lot of Lamar. These guys, like, we get to the point where, Joe Burrow is starting to become that, that Hollywood, that guy, people are want to watch on Sundays. I mean, even Chris Jones said, he said, we're not playing, we watching. That's who I like to watch is the Bengals. You know what I mean? Like, we are becoming one of those teams where people across the country are like, hey, we want to tune in to whoever they playing because it's looking like a show on the turf. Joe Burrow is relentless. He is tough. He makes the plays. As we saw, and I think, like, I know us three for sure. That Netflix special they got with him, it make you like the man. If you a competitor and you come from where we come from, that pedigree where we had harder, we like them dogs. That he's a dog.
He's a dog. He's a flat out dog.
He's a flat out dog, and people can make an argument for it. But you're right. Even when I think there was quarterbacks that might have been maybe more skilled than Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady was still always the best quarterback. You know what I mean? Because there's also other things that come into that, right? I mean, this is the only position that do that. Because with Green Bay, they got Jamar Chase, the number wide receiver, but AJ Brown got a ring now. You know what I mean? He 5. You know what I'm saying? Justin Jefferson don't got. You see what I'm saying? Like, so when the rings come around, it's just kind of weird where you can't do that for every position, right? You do it for the QB position, but you can't do it all the. You don't do it like with running backs, wide receivers, linebackers. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you just. Like then it's people that just we don't have to argue about, right? When Ed Reed was playing, we didn't argue about that. I don't give a fuck. He was a Bengals fan. You could have been a Miami. You could have been a Tropics fan. They ain't even in the NFL. I'm saying Ed Reed was the best player. Ray Lewis was the best player. You know what I mean? Like at their position. So certain people are. We understand that. Fred Warner, right? Right now, mid linebacker. He's the best at that position. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So some people just is just straight. We don't have to have an argument about. But I think, like you guys said, I do agree. If we get some jewelry down, if we get that ring, not only is he going to be the biggest thing that come out of, Ohio or Cincinnati.
Street.
I mean, he is like street. I mean, like you said, street. I hope I get paid. I'm going to pay myself to be off that day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be off. I don't think, we going to have to, we everybody, you know what I'm saying, DT? I know, we going to, I know my cousin Joe, he played for the Bengals. I think I talked about Joe Kelly. I mean, I can't.
We're gonna set up the podcast, Fred. We're gonna set up the podcast down there.
We're gonna have to set. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to. Like, we got to get the excitement from the people. I mean, it's gonna be amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, Joe, if you do, when you do this, I only want to speak when you do. If you do, when you do this, man, we're gonna come back to this pod. We're gonna have we're gonna put this same thing up, and we're gonna go ahead and be able to go from there. Because once you win one, we already there. You get what I'm saying? So we just don't want you to go out. And I love Dan Marino, but we don't want that to happen. You know what I mean?
Nah,
We don't want that.
Jim
We don't want
Kelly.
that to happen. Jim Kelly. We don't want that to happen. So we seen it before, man. So yeah, definitely, man. Joe, shout out to you, bro. Keep hustling, keep working, man. Keep being that dog, man. Being that leader, man. We appreciate you. All right, man. We gonna go here, man, to this guy, man. Paul Pierce Delusion. The reason I worded it this way, I like Paul Pierce. He is
Me too.
entertaining. He is funny, man.
Oh, yes,
I
he
mean, he's
is.
100% him. Him and my boy KG Lord. He trying to take my boy Onion Ring, Matt Lord. Hey, you already ate. I mean,
Lord.
it is a blast to watch this man talk. But he is ape shit crazy. I don't know if it was, I know he been through some stuff back in the day. You know, what he got stabbed, 9 times, right? Was it nine? Seven?
Yeah,
Seven?
one punch in his lung, y'all,
Yeah,
in his
punch in his
back.
lung. So he's already, I think Paul Pierce has that filter where it's like, I don't care, right? I'm gonna say what it is. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And he is going to be a Hall of Famer. Paul Pierce will
Oh,
be a
for
Hall of
sure,
Famer for
for
sure.
sure.
But like, the reason I'm saying delusion, they asked him a list of better scorers. He said he was the best scorer. They asked him, I'm talking about against Kobe, Kevin Durant, anybody you want to name. He said he was the best scorer, and he had a straight face. We already saw him have delusion with ESPN, with where he said he was better than Wade, and Jalen Rose pretty much put him on a damn platter. Remember when Jalen Rose went down the list of
I remember that.
Wade.
I
So listen,
remember that.
guys, let me say this. DC? We'll start with you. Does Paul Pierce have a point here that he could be the best scorer ever in the NBA? And also, do you think his takes is he just doing it for like the media or to get content, or do you think he really believes what he's saying?
Me personally, I think he's just confident and he believes in what he's saying. Like, hey, I feel like I'm the best scorer. Like, hey, it may be, like everybody feel like they the best at something. Maybe, hey, I feel like, hey, I'm the best scorer. Which me personally, I don't think he the best scorer all the time in the NBA. But Paul Pierce, he can get a bucket with anybody. Like, so I can understand where he's coming from a confidence point. But who ain't gonna say, hey, nigga, I played in this game just like they did. I put my shoes. Yeah, I'm the best scorer here. But sometimes, it's hard for people to face reality too. But if it's me, of course I'm gonna be like, shit, I'm gonna bust your ass. That's just a person. That's just the confidence. Even though I know I might go out there and lose, don't have a chance. But I'm still gonna have that confidence, like, hey, see that nigga, I'm the best scorer in the game, like flat out. If it come down best scorer in the game, to me, I'll say it's Kevin Durant. Like, the dude can get a bucket with ease. Like, but Paul Pierce, I think he believe in what he say. I think it's just more so that he confident, and when he say that, when he speak and say the things that some people might think that's far out fetched, he believe in that, man. Like, he's speaking like this is me, this is real. I believe in that. Like, hey, I believe I can do this. I believe I can do that. It's just, and then that can be, coming up in that out there out west, just being raised in that type of environment. Nigga, that's how I'm talking. That's how I am. Like, it is what it is. You can't take that away from me.
No, definitely, DT. Yeah, I agree with you there, man. And that's a different perspective as well, talking about the confidence. So I can see where you're coming from. G, what you thinking, man?
I think we probably worded it wrong because the question was asked to him was he could score in different ways. Doesn't make him a better scorer than them guys he named.
Okay, got you.
And
Okay, we
and
can
I
do that.
see where he was saying, like, because he was a better 3-point, a little bit number wise, he was going by his percentages against those guys. 3-point shooter better than Jordan and Kobe. So it's 3 phases: the post, mid, 3-point. So he was putting his percentages up against those guys. Jordan ain't shoot a lot of threes, but he could. Kobe shot threes, but his percentage was higher. Who else? He said when it came to Steph, well, Steph, I can get in the post. When it came to Kevin Durant and Tracy McGrady, that's when he said he had a problem because he said he felt he was similar to them. They could shoot the 3, get in the post, and got a mid-range shot. Now, to that point, now the numbers okay, yeah, but I'm just saying, for as like, don't say you a better scorer because you never average 30. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of your points and stuff was more off the 3, and then it was the mid range. Paul Pierce, I ain't never really see you post up. You post mid. People know basketball. It's a post in the paint, and it's a post mid from 7 foot. 17, 15 foot. You get it from there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to explain that, and it made it look like he said he was a better scorer. He just said I can score in these three because of his numbers. See, that's where he tried to say it to put it in his advantage. When I watched it was people putting it into his advantage. No, you're not going to be over T Mac. No, you're not going to be over Melo. No, you're not going to be over Jordan. No, you're not going to be over Kobe. No, you're not going to be over Kevin Durant. I'll put you in that mid probably with Wade. I ain't gonna even put, well, I'm gonna say James Harden. You ain't gonna be over James Harden. But see, James Harden more of a 2, mid to 3. He'll beat you off the dribble, but he's not posting up in a post. Now, if I had to go with that, I'd go with Mike. I think Mike posts in the paint better than KD. KD don't even get in the post. He'll go mid, but if you really break it down, Kevin Durant don't even want contact. So anybody that know him now, he scored the ease because he's 7 foot and where he releases jump shot from. But I like delusional, yeah. I'm gonna have to go with that, Fred. But he was just putting it into his perspective where he know he had better percentages than those guys. That's how I see it. But he is a
Yeah,
funny dude.
yeah, he is, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and uh, Greg, I'm glad that you cleared that up. Specifically, what was asked to him, and also, DT, I like what you talked about with his confidence. So I like both. I like both perspectives, right? I think Paul. Like again, we're not discrediting Paul Pierce's game. That's the number one thing. We
No,
know
he a
Paul Pierce is
dog.
a baller,
Call a dog.
but also I remember being at Purcell my sophomore year and junior year. We weren't too good. I was the leading scorer. I led the GCL score, and the reason I did, I didn't take the best shots. The scouting report would say they said, "Hey, he gonna make some hard shots. Hey, just let him take them." But I think it was because I had the opportunity. Boston Celtics was so bad. Paul Pierce had a lot of opportunity to put. I mean, he was really the only one that could put. Remember before the big three, before KG came
Him
up
and
here,
Antoine Walker
Antoine
chucked
Walker,
it
right?
up.
You know what I mean? They chucked it up. They did. You know what I mean? And we got to
Yeah.
see individually. He was like, man, these dudes. I was definitely a fan of Antoine Walker and Paul Pierce. Back in playing
Yep.
the NBA live and stuff. I'm like, hey, listen. That's when you used to go find you just one or two guys that could play. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't need to have the whole good team. You can go Karan Butler. All those guys around that
Right.
time. Joe
Yeah.
Johnson in
Yep.
Atlanta. You know what I mean? So Paul Pierce had a lot of opportunity to have that ball in his hand. And I do love the confidence that he does show. I just think there's there's sometimes you got to have that confidence, but you also have to be. I love using the word intentional. You have to be okay with knowing that you wasn't the best at that. You know what I mean? Because we know who the best at that is. We know those guys. We know them. My favorite scorer is Carmelo Anthony. He really do that. You know what I mean? Like he like 3 level. He get in a bucket. Like New York,
And
they
he'll
might have
bully
lost.
you.
He might have lost about 20. He had 40. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I'm just saying, like he had 40. And so again, I think I heard a quote or I heard somebody say sometimes you got to have a little delusion when you feel like you're the best. When you feel like you're the best, right? You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just got to be like, I'm this nigga's like I'm better than LeBron. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm better than KD. I'm better than Steph. Yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's fine. But when it comes to those type of guys, you know what I'm saying? We know that it's a delusion. But we understand what you're shooting for. We understand how you feel. And I think my grandpa always told me everybody put their shoes on the same. You tie your shoes up the same. Get out there and get. I remember we was playing OJ and Mel and them at Centos, and my grandpa grabbed me. He said, "Hey, look, hey, baby boy, everybody put their shoes on the same." I said, "Yeah, they do. It's just it's some niggas got put Jordan, some niggas put shoes on, some niggas make the shoe. You see what I'm saying? At that time, the nigga Juice made the shoe. Like Michael Jordan, remember his mama told him, well, my baby, they get Nikes until my baby get into these motherfuckers. Now they Jordans. You hear me? So it's about sometimes whoever getting that goddamn shoe. And OJ Mail at that motherfucking time, he could have wore
Oh
sandals.
yeah.
He was gonna
Yeah.
drop 35. You hear what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
again, uh, uh, Paul Pierce, but definitely shout out to you, man. Y'all can make sure y'all continue to tune in to Paul, man. He is funny. He's one of my favorite guys to watch, man. Paul, I'm just glad you're having fun, man. And hopefully, other NBA guys can understand. It's so cool to see that you guys are retiring and doing this, but some of y'all talking too much. Odin Polynese, and I also wanted to go here, but Odin Polynese talk the slander versus Kobe. Jeff T. Look, 520. Shout out to y'all. Hey, my nigga, don't ever speak on Cole. I love you, T. I played against you. You a killer. You listen. If Kobe was still alive, you ain't even want to go play with him because you was scared. You see how he was doing Jeremy Lin. You was nervous. Why would you even be speaking on Bean? Some niggas you gotta leave up like some people just gotta what I'm saying, like some people just gotta stop, bro. You can't. And certain people you just can't. Like go ahead, G.
Who paying these niggas? Who paying these niggas? It's like they so like, and I'm gonna be 100, man. It's like if they getting paid to defend LeBron, they be mad because people who played against LeBron and Kobe pick Kobe. They played against him. A fan can say whatever he wants, but the person who played against him, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, Rashad McCants, Nick Young, Kenyon Martin. It's like that. I literally see Gilbert Arenas in there while certain people getting a feeling because 89% of the people that played against LeBron and Kobe picks Kobe. Now, so if you ain't played and they played against them, what make them wrong? What did Kobe do to y'all? What like on the Polynese, I saw like tears in his eyes, bro.
Yeah, he started crying.
Like, what did he do? We ain't now. We fans. We can make up stuff and all this, post memes. But they say, look, I played against him and him. I'm going with Kobe. 89% of the people that played against Kobe and LeBron picked Kobe. Why is that? Go ahead, DT.
Hey, I don't have nothing to say. I mean, it's always somehow, some way it comes back to somebody. I mean, I don't have anything to say. This is about Paul Pierce, and I love for that.
Yeah, he's just speaking. And so, like, G, I agree with you. And I think Gilbert problem is this, and we're going to go ahead and switch off this subject, but Gilbert problem is that he did drop 60, right? Was it 60 that game? 50, 60, 50, 60?
Yeah, so, he was like 20-something for 58.
Against Kobe and them. So his problem is that, but the thing is that the only thing I don't respect about Gil is that when he was here, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, do you not understand how people was moving around the Black Mamba, man, when he was here? They treaded lightly. That's all I'm saying. Continue to tread.
That's what lightly. I'm saying. That's fear.
We just want you to stay consistent. Because at the end of the day, this is the thing too. People, I sent G a video, I sent DT a video. G had already seen this video. This white boy got up against Skate Bayless and said, this is why LeBron James is the best. He went off, and G even agreed. He said, listen, he hang with facts. Like when you're gonna be debating, you gotta come with facts. This man knew what he was talking about. You know what I mean? Skip Bayless, and don't get me wrong, Skip Bayless made all the goddamn faces in the world. He get hurt, like he get shot while dudes saying, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna say at the end of the day, guys, listen, go back and watch film. Y'all NBA guys, go back and remember how you felt when this was happening to y'all when Bean was there. That's all we saying, bro. Don't forget. It's okay just because you retired, man. It's okay because at the end of the day, Brian, Lord, Lord willing, and nothing like that happened to Brian, right? And we having these type of debates because there's people that's treading lightly with Brian as well. That's gonna end up doing the same thing to Brian that they.
Oh, I know that. Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So we get what I'm saying. So it's just we dealing with a lot of peons that got mics. And that's why our podcast here at Making the Right Play podcast, we're changing the way that people do those things, man. So, definitely anybody that wants to smoke, we with it, man. Because I know we can get with anybody that's out there. I'm just saying. And so we
anybody, Trey Potter.
Shout out to Trey. Hey, Trey, we gonna get you on here. DT said you want to come on. We definitely gonna get you on here, man. We gonna get you on here soon.
Be hooked up to that machine. See, I'll make a visual and I'll take it like that. Don't go behind my back. You can hit me up. You don't got to tell him nothing. I bust that ass. Get your ass on here and be hooked up and get an extra tank. I'm going to smoke your ass. Yeah, I'm saying it. I'm going to smoke you. Don't send no nigga to tell me shit. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. And this ain't no high school nothing. So none of them can fuck with me. But I'm going to fuck you up.
You talking about Trey Potter?
I said it. I'm talking to Trey Potter. And I ain't hard to find. I come see you.
DT,
it could go whatever way. Because I don't play like that.
Yeah.
I don't play like that, bro.
Yeah, G.
I'm going to bust his ass.
G. Yeah,
I'm going to bust his ass and have a tank, and you could bring him with you. You could bring him with you.
Oh, now we true.
You could bring him with you.
Yeah.
He ain't enough. You ain't enough.
Hey, we get to this
next week.
Tell Trey.
I'm
Trey,
on that.
Hey, DT, we gonna set
Tay,
that up.
I got us.
We gonna set that up for next Sunday.
Hey, Tay, I got us.
Set that up. All right, y'all. We gonna go ahead next here, man. We gonna get off the sports here, man. Clipse just dropped a new album, man. It's been a long time since them boys got together. Shout out to No Malice. Shout out to Pusha T. Let God sort them out. Guys, hopefully we all got to at least listen to some of the album. I got to listen to the whole album a couple times. G, we'll go ahead and start with you here. What you think about a long-awaited album? What you think about the album, man? And like on a scale of 10, what would you rate it?
A 9.5/10. Now, to be honest with you, it's a classic to me. To be honest with you, I think the first song should be Song of the Year. Birds Don't Sing. I mean that emotion in that to even to me personally. But the album, shout out to Tyler the Creator. Whew. That verse you put on POV and Malice.
What'd he say, G?
Man,
what'd he say?
Bruh.
What'd he say?
I can go on and on. This album is for what real hip hop guys, my era, no disrespect, like bars. It's not a lot of coke talk. I know they get the pushback for that, but that's their thing. For real, man, you was in your bag. This production, Pusha T being Pusha T, still slick with it. Malice so clever and devious with it. Kendrick Lamar, what else can you say on Changing Whips? But the song that stick out to me, my favorite, because the song I love the album, but my favorite is FICO, FICO. Me and my cousin, bruh, Prop Joe, if you watching, the story they telling, that's his name on Facebook, bruh. I'm lost for words, and shout out to Nas. Nas was the professor on that song, and what he was saying, and I mean, this is what I've been playing since the album came out. I ain't listened to nothing else. Work out to it. Is in heavy rotation. Even when I try to go to something else, I find myself back on Let God Sort Them Out. And it's a phenomenal album. And if you ask me, I don't know what's coming out. Drake might got something. J. Cole might drop something. Freddie Gibbs about to drop next week, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, too.
Yeah. And I like Freddie Gibbs too, but it's the Clipse right now. But I got an album of the year until somebody changes it.
Damn, right. Nah, G.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely, man. DT, did you get to listen to the album, man? If you did, anything from it?
I didn't get to listen to it, but like Greg sent a couple, and then I see like a couple of that stuff that's on social media. It just made me feel like the Clipse, they just ain't lose nothing. They still there. They still can flow. And the thing about it, everybody don't understand what they saying because everybody's mind can't relate to that. Like it's go over a lot of people's head. The wordplay is what make the music. Like people so used to this kiddie music now that they just turn up to, like they don't understand conscious rappers. Like people that's got wordplay, people that's educated that know how to use the words. So I think that's something that they got going. And I mean, it's just like I said, it's like they still who they are. I mean, it's just so smooth. Like it's like it's effortlessly. Like they could just spit it off the top of their dome. Like I spit shit at times. It's the same type of thing.
Nah, for sure, G. Hey, for sure. BT now, yeah, you be spitting, man. You be spitting. All right, look, this is what I'm gonna say, man. Listen, I think it's the best body of work I done heard all year. Um, uh, um, so be it is one of my like. I love that song, man. I love that they went back and forth. The beat. First off, let's talk about this. Pharrell Williams is one of the best
That's my favorite
creators
producer, always been.
best creatives to ever do it. And I'm talking about
That's a
even on the
fact.
clothes side, anything that he do, the ice creams,
Yeah,
those,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Everything that he touches, he has such a, and it even how he take care of himself. This man still looked at damn. I mean, I look at an old picture now, look at him now, I'm like, goddamn, like for real, like what's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I want to shout out Pharrell Williams for just being a legend, man, an icon, man. But listen, Tyler Creator said, "I never buy a bitch for Birkin for fucking me." A lot of people was in their feelings after
That
that
stamped
bar,
the
man.
verse.
That stepped the verse, man. Then he said, he said, I'm gonna have to get God to play me in my biopic. Listen, man, we like, bruh, come on, bro. Like, and I told you, I said, listen, I have Tyler Creator. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I've never been a huge fan. You know what I mean? Like,
Me
I'm not
too.
the guy that, but that showed me that you really can get busy. And I want to just shout out to you for doing that. The features were so calculated on this album,
Yes,
and
they
I
were.
love that, Pusha T and them. They didn't make it a long album. Like that, it was just enough
Perfect.
songs, perfect
13.
time where you like, I can flow through this. We went to the Spades tournament. Shout out my boy Nate, man. They playing it in there. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's a breath of fresh air, man. It's just like when you ran three, man. You get that water bottle, you like, damn, I feel good. I'm back rehydrated. I can run another one, right? This is what this album did to us, man. It was able, and Malice just being back, man. Listen,
Oh my
Pusha,
God.
I love you, Pusha, but your brother.
Oh,
Yo, brother, on a whole different level. Y'all both get busy, but what Malice was saying, the things that he was doing, and I just love hearing both of y'all back together because y'all compliment each other so well, bro. Y'all really, I mean, we know y'all brothers, but come on, man, like both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just they got the same moral compass. Mom and dad did a hell of a job. RP mom,
hell of a
dude,
job.
RP dad. Like Malice said, man, I open the sunroof, I'm waving at pops, like I'm waving at dad. I said, man, like where do y'all, you know
Come
what I
on,
mean? Like
bro.
they just so in depth and so deep into what they built in man, this shout out to the family, man. Shout out to Virginia Williams, man. Wifey holding it down. I mean,
Virginia, yeah, she
yeah.
is.
Shout out to all them. All them. This was a great project, man. We've been waiting for it for a long time. Pusha T been holding it down, holding
Yes.
it down. I mean, Daytona was a good project. You know what I'm saying? And we've been waiting for Malice for a while, so we appreciate it, man. Like, please, not don't make us wait too much longer. You know what I mean? So, like, please don't make us. Please sort them out. You already sorted them out. Now I got to be part two. We got to hear something about a year or so. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Hopefully
Yeah.
the feature game picks up as well. DT, go ahead, brother.
Oh no, I was just gonna say those two brothers, just like the two brothers we know. I got us, Tay.
Nah, for real. No,
Hell
no, no, no.
yeah. Nah,
Appreciate
real
that.
talk.
Nah,
Real
because
talk. Yeah.
yeah, because that's how my mama happens. Because you know what? I'm gonna share this story. When Malice started rapping, his mama said, "You can't go to the studio unless you take your brother with me." Say, you know what mama used to say? You know what mama used to say? You can't. You better take your brother with you.
Hot
Come on,
box
boy.
bread.
And that's how things got done. Nah, I'm glad you said that, DT. Thanks for that. Ooh, appreciate that. I appreciate. Nah, serious. All jokes aside, I appreciate that.
Thanks
That's
for
real.
finally throwing one down, big man.
Huh?
He said, DT.
Thanks for finally throwing one down, big man. The lobs has been there.
Oh my God, we don't even go there. Hey, focus,
Yeah,
Fred. Don't let him distract us. I already
and
know.
but they also did 90,000 first week, which was great for an older group, older hip hop, guys that was that we say veterans in the rap game, because a lot of guys haven't been doing those numbers in this new world, that we living in with this streaming and stuff.
I
Um,
thought somebody said 113.
it might end up being 113. I
Okay,
know
all right, my bad.
I saw
Okay,
90
'cause I
90
saw.
first, so it might
Yeah.
be 113 now, but well deserved.
Oh, for sure.
We just glad that we able to get this out, and like you said, we can't wait for next. Like, we can't wait for the Drake to drop, J. Cole to drop. Like, a lot of people got a lot to say, man, and I'm just gonna be
Keep it
honest,
rap.
man. I'm gonna say this. I'm a big Drake fan, big Cole fan. Kendrick is spanking you niggas bad.
I ain't want to go
It's
there.
no, and I'm just gonna say it because even if you don't like this man, you see what I'm saying? I'm talking about if you like rap. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to like Kendrick, right? Right? You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying, DT? We might not be fans of certain artists, but when they just good at what they do, you know what I'm saying? Like that man. I mean, he's spanking shit,
even with
man.
that gene and ginseng, you want the ginger root. He said, I
He
pull out, I wave one finger, they fall like Jenga.
Jenga. Crazy, bro. The tape was so calculated because you put Nas on there after you killed Jim on on that verse. So you know what I'm saying, but you put Nas on there just to refresher people on why Jim. You know what I mean, like what was going on with Jim Jones and Nas, and just show you why in that quick 8 bars to six. That we showed you why Nas is one of the greatest to ever do this. You know what I'm
Oh, for
saying?
sure.
So nah, definitely, man. Shout out to Clipse, man. We appreciate you, bro. Like for real. I know it. Like we appreciate you, man. This was great, man. So look, y'all. I'm gonna bring up a topic here. I did a secret topic here. I didn't shoot over to you guys because this had just broke yesterday. The Shannon Sharpe lawsuit. We talked about this previously. We know that it came to a conclusion yesterday. I don't know the details behind it, but we do know that Shannon Sharpe has been settled. So she didn't get the 50 million, but Tony Busby did come out and say that it was settled. He's a clown. I seen him and DJ Vlad going back. They both clowns. So I was like, I didn't watch it for too long because I don't really fuck with neither one of them. I used to rock with Vlad back in the day, Vlad TV, because he does have some great interviews. But what do you guys think about the conclusion now? Like, it's like basically Shannon he just put himself in a bad situation, man. And people was like congratulating, but this is not a win. When you had to pay anything over zero, over $1, this is not a win. You know what I mean? So clearly they came up with something. DT, let's start with you, man. What do you think maybe happened behind the scenes? Let's say that. Let's say what do you think happened, and why did we come to this conclusion?
Just let me put myself in Shannon Sharpe's shoes. I got a lot going on with my nightcap, the other endorsements, the row, and all that type stuff. I don't want to keep having this over my head. I don't want the lawsuit to linger on, to keep worrying about it. Was some of the stuff true? I mean, it was out there. Let's just go ahead and get this chapter behind me. I'm making a ton of money. You're not getting 50. Might have settled. It might have even been 10% of that or whatever. It might have been 10% or whatever it is. Let's just get it over with. Because it come a point where you get tired of just not only people, but it's like, okay, Shannon, you did that. Even though it happened so long ago, people still mentioning that. They using Shannon Sharpe as reference. Just like, look at Shannon Sharpe. Y'all still ain't learned your lesson? Y'all ain't learned from your old man? Hey, like they telling Chad, you ain't learned. It was just something where Chad got a new girlfriend. And I seen something was like, you ain't learned from your partner yet? Like, what are you doing? So it's like, it's probably just to wrap it up, just to end the headache. Like, sometimes people just like to just get it over with. Like, even today I was at the gym. I swear I did 28, but hey, it was 15. So, hey, I got to try to get it over with, But, hey, sometimes you just want to get things over with. And maybe that was the case, man. Just wanted to get it over with, Greg.
What you think of G, man? What you think of what happened here? I mean, just how you feel about the whole situation?
Yeah, just the fact that, sometimes when you can get so high and you could just, be comfortable and you can say and do things, and some things you got to be reminded, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much money you get. I don't care what you do, what endorsement you got, bro. It take one little incident to just like what we say, Kendrick, wave one finger and they fall like Jenga. The stuff you build can fall like Jenga. Off one recording, one saying. And it's just the fact that I'm glad it's settled, and I'm glad she ain't get 50 million because it was consensual, whatever they was doing. We all talk smack at the time when we had girlfriends, or and stuff be said. But for you to record it and put it out there like I was doing this to you, there probably things you wanted me to do to you, but now you're using it against me. That's stuff you like. You like that talk. And Shannon was doing great. Got the #1 interview in history, number wise. He's supposed to went on tour. Him and Chad with the nightcap got canceled. That was to make over $20 million. And it was just things that he had lined up off one recording destroyed it. And it just now moving forward, I think Shannon's smart enough to move different, to make better decisions and watch how he talk to certain women on the phone. He probably don't want to do that no more. It just put a bad cloud over him, and it's like, dang, and then see people clowning. And he really, how I want to say it really helped him because it revealed who was really with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because now everything got weeded out. Now you hear people say, that's what he get. Oh, dad, that's what I get? And there was shows that he went on and sat down and talked to certain people. And just to hear that. So that's why like now you got to isolate yourself, and you and Chad moving forward, I hope everything with Nightcap goes well with Club Shay Shay, because I ain't been seeing too much of that. Get back on track. I ain't got no problem with Shannon Sharpe. I don't always agree with him, and that's with anybody, but I like the fact that he grounded up. He got fired from NBC, Sunday football, and for him to have this platform moving forward to see it goes back down, because to me, his personality got him where he at.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon became Yeah, some of them look at it as like, oh, you acting like an N-word for real, like you bringing Black and Miles on Skip show, and we gravitated to that. We know that slang. Then he got phrases coming out, niggas in five. I don't care if it's Chris Paul, Son Paul. He got these talks that relate to us, and we help growing. And now, that stuff behind him, I just wish him the best moving forward. Seriously, just moving forward. Learn from this, man. Just learn from it. Quick as you got it, it can be gone. Lakers in five.
And go ahead, DC.
One thing that I want to say, this lawyer, like, how do he get these clients, man? Like, why do they go get this Bugs?
That's what he's known for, Derek. He's known for that, Derek.
Yeah,
to get money.
Jay-Z, it didn't work.
No, that's what he's known for. He's known for nothing else but get people get paid or get them to settle. So basically, you're going to get money. That's why Shannon Lloyd told him to shut up. This ain't nothing but a money grab. We know this is what it is. When you sign with him, that's what it is. That's what it is. So when Jay saw that, like, oh, I know what you about. Jay shot that stuff over, then apology letter came. Bro, I know you. This is what you do. Dude been in the industry. Multi-millionaire guys, when they get his paperwork to their secretary or something, no, this is what he look it up. This is what he known for. You either gonna lose money, or you're gonna lose money regardless, or you're gonna just settle. That's it. So when that's why everybody was like, oh, you sitting him. Like Hove, like, for real, y'all playing with me, bro? That's what he known for.
Yep. And that's what I'm gonna say with Shannon, man. We have to get to a point in our life where we're dealing with discernment, right? Where we can't, we got to realize that being horny, you can lose everything trying to be a hornball, trying to mess with the wrong woman, putting the wrong woman in your situation. Listen, my dog. I just read while y'all was talking that this girl she just retired from OnlyFans today. She put a letter out and said, I'm done with OnlyFans. She was OnlyFans model. She said, I'm done with OnlyFans. I got some projects I'm looking forward to in the future here. Y'all stay tuned. You get what I'm saying? Because the sickest thing that I know Shannon, it was like, this bitch was consensual. I'm literally paying because this bitch is a freak. I'm paying because he a freak and I'm one as well. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you literally in here like this. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's literally look across from somebody that might be one of your mates or your partners, right? That come back on you, DT, because you or Fred or G, because we hit 100 million, right? They like this. Fred tried to, baby, you don't remember? Remember we went out
Yeah.
to. Remember we I'm saying, but you remember when you said we couldn't wait to get back to the spot. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you done turned it into something a whole something totally different. So not only this Shannon, I know he learned from this, but the problem is that G brought up a great point. Tour got canceled. You took money out of Chad pocket, and you know Chad was pissed about. I seen Chad face when he canceled the tour because we know
Yeah.
Chad. Chad like his money, and he know how to keep it. So he looking at an extra little $10 million. He like, hold on. I just bought this goddamn Mary show. I'm going to take this back, and we talk about a multi-millionaire. So we know how frugal Chad is. But also, Shannon, you lost 20 million on tour. You stopped on ESPN, right? So you ain't been on there to his first take for a little while, and you had to pay her. So not only did you see what I'm saying? Like we all we did was take L's here. You know what I mean? But you right, G. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know a nigga to this day that make good decisions off Hennessy and Black and Mouse. I don't know a
Ooh.
nigga to this day that make good decisions off Hennessy and Black and Mouse. I'm being not the reason we able to relate to you because
Bars.
we know we can put ourselves in that situation at that point in time if you ever
Man,
did.
listen.
And that might have not been a Black and Mouse, might have been a weed, some blunt or something, and some Hennessy. But what I'm saying is that when you in that type of mind fold and you like, that Hennessy, we know what's going on, later on. You know what I'm saying? You drinking a Hennessy? Oh, it's some little action set up. You know what I mean? Don't let then he endorsed by Roll, Lord Jesus, Roll, Shannon. Hey, listen, Shannon is out his mind. He out his mind. The nigga ain't got ain't no restraint over there, bro. Ain't none because you got money, you're having your way, you got the gift of gab. You was blessed with that. I mean, even on the
Yep.
football field. I mean, people, you know what I'm saying? So and you're not a you're not a bad looking guy. You're a shape guy. You got the resources. You got the friends. Hey, it's a win-win for any woman that want to deal with you. The problems that you gotta have discernment and deal with the woman you gotta like who like you. Not because of what you got going on, it's because of the type of person that you are. That's why you don't end up in these situations because they would never want to hurt you this way. This shorty did. Listen, baby, I ain't mad at you. You did what you were supposed to do. You did what you were supposed to do. You got you found you a lick. We all looking for licks. She found her a lick. She found her nasty ass nigga that he already got caught on camera with Michelle. We ain't even what I mean, Michelle. That was crazy. Then here come
That
Roll.
was crazy.
Roll like this. Oh, that's perfect. Hey, come on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, Roll. Now shout out to y'all too. Hey, you consider something too. If y'all want to come over here, making the right play podcast. Hey, Roll, come fuck with us. But
You're
anyway,
rolling the Julio. Rolling the Julio make you act a Julio, man.
G, he acting crazy. G, he acting crazy. But look, this one I'm gonna end with Shannon, man. I know you learned your lesson. I know you're gonna get back on track. Um, One thing that they can't take away from you is your skill set, is the hard work that you put in, and the content that you're able to create. You actually left these networks. You just Skip Bayless disrespecting you end up blowing up. We all supported that move. We wanted you to get away from that man immediately because he was tearing you down. But you also see that other people are looking to do this to you as well. So Shannon,
He got
please.
comfortable, Fred.
He did. He
The
did.
money make you comfortable, and what he did, what at the end of at the end of the day, Shannon retired. OnlyFans chick. That's the moral of the story. You retired an OnlyFans chick. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Then for her to get on the internet and say, "I'm done. I retired. I'm going on
Because
with some
look, the
urban
check came
content."
through. It cleared. It
It
cleared.
cleared, and
Well, she waiting on the clearing.
she was
She
making a
waiting on
ton of
the
money. She
she
waiting
waiting on the notification, Fred. She waiting on the notification. She say,
on.
she called text. Hey y'all, I'm done with the OnlyFans. It cleared.
The only problem I got from this, like Derek brought up, is that Tony Busby is going to stay in business. Do you understand? Because he has
It's
a
a
way.
win.
He has a win. He has a win. Like Vlad said. Vlad said, "What cases have you won?" Like they start going back and forth because Vlad was just
Settle.
like, they settle. Yeah, exactly. Like we're looking to get it
That's
settled.
it.
That was the whole
It's
point
a
with Jay Z.
settle.
Until Jay Z said, until Tony Busby realized. See, till Tony Busby, he was like, oh, he on the team. He on the team. Oh. Why they
Yeah.
got yeah. These your bosses. These the bosses that have put you. These are lawyers that you looked up to. That's reaching out to you like, hey, listen. If you want to continue to have your firm, your practice, I suggest you get motherfucking right. You know what I'm saying? So, Shannon, do better. We glad that it's over. We glad that you can move on from this day. Um, um, please spend more time with your daughters. Do a little bit more, man, so you can, be the man that you're supposed to be, man, because you are great at what you do, brother. So we do want to say shout out to Shannon Sharpe here, and hopefully we can get past, we can get you back going, man, and get going. So listen, guys, we're gonna go here to the quote of the day, man. I thought this was a great quote about definitely what's going on in our community, in everybody's community nowadays with these youngins, um, the kids, period. We're gonna go with the legendary Mike Tyson. He said, I know I can't save the world, but everybody in the world can save somebody. Okay.
Oh yeah, I
I
like that.
know I know I can't save the world, but everybody in the world can save somebody. And I thought this was perfect about what's going on lately in our community, specifically in Cincinnati, and also just around the world. You know what I mean? What we can do to try to do it, because I think we try to do it all and we can't. And that's what Mike is basically saying. We got to try to figure out, kind of like what Tupac said, right? Trying to spark the mind to be the change. So DT, we'll start with you here with this quote, man. What does this do for you, man? And do you think this just does relate to what we're going through, what we're seeing right now?
Absolutely. It kind of make me think of like a Bible verse,
Mm,
Luke chapter 9, verse 23, when he talking about being a disciple of God and saying, like, if you want to be my disciple, you must take up your cross daily and follow me. That's just like, so me saying I can't save everybody, but I can save somebody. Each one of us can save somebody. That's just doing what God ordered us to do. And we all try to, talk to kids and encourage them to do the right thing, because one person can't do it. We was raised in a village back in the day where everybody played a part. You do this, hey, that person can get you. But whatever it was being done, it was done all together, man. So I believe it. It's the village that's gonna have to get it done, and we're gonna have to get back to that, where we get back to a village where people are able to talk to your child without you getting upset, where you're able to talk to somebody else's child. And it all comes back down to really knowing who your neighbor is as well. Like, in order so we can bring this community back, bring the unity back in the community, man, and stop all this. Because even I don't know, the kid, that 12-year-old got killed. Guess what? 2 days later, it was on the news. Some armed teens trying to carjack somebody. At this point, what am I supposed to do? Like, you leaving people with no other option. Like, hey, like, man, it's like there was, I don't know, this cop, like he said, hey, these kids now are not the kids from back in the day. These kids now will bust your head. So, but like you said, just Mike Tyson said, you can't save everybody, but each one of us can save somebody. Let's continue to try to make the right play, and each person do what they can do.
hmm That's good,
Just like
DC.
you were
What you
saying
thinking,
earlier.
G? What's it,
I
DC?
was
Go ahead.
just
I'm
thinking
sorry.
like, I've been in some situations. Well, I never put myself in a situation to say nobody. The conversation leads to certain like to lead to situations, man. It seems like I'm saving somebody. You know, growing up in the hood, you know, we be lost, but then a certain person to come around that look different than what we doing. And the ones that really want out gravitates to that. They might don't do it in front of their friends, but they'll catch you somewhere, be like, hey, what you do, this, and that. And you can't save everybody. That's the word they use, saving. But you could give information to certain people and they can apply themselves. And it takes sometimes one person to apply themselves for somebody else to look and see it work. And then they want to apply themselves and they apply themselves, you know, and the ones that's willing to listen, them the ones that you choose to help,
hmm
and you can't just put what you saying on everybody. Everybody ain't trying to hear that. They not. And I get it. I had to learn it like, okay, I get it. He ain't on that. Or the person ain't grew up yet, because they so in tune of what's custom around them, what's going on. It's like the word we say, the product of your environment. And you tend to stay with that stigma because, oh, you down with us. People get tattoos of their neighborhoods and stuff on them, and they really think, like Ho said, they really think that's their neighborhood. That's the government, and It's just the fact that sometimes that, okay, I'm there. Somebody help me get from out of there. And it's better. And Derek, I ain't talking about you, bro. Nah, I'm just talking in general. I'm talking life, bro. I'm
No,
talking like,
yeah,
nah, for real though. I'm serious.
yeah,
And it's like, some kids feel like, they owe you too. I be telling like, nah, you don't owe me. Like, you took the right initiative. The information I gave you, you applied yourself, and it's the outcome. Now I'm happy with you. I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? But everybody is not willing to do that. Not to take the information, apply it, and see a better life for themselves. That's like the Mike Tyson quote. We can't change everybody. Like you said, the Tupac, I could spark. And say to people that's close to them, see they ain't doing what they doing. Hey bro, I'm trying to get over there. Where you at? What you doing? Well, my boy G or Fred or Derek, told me X, Y, and Z. Oh, for real? Did he told me this? So I went and did it, and that's why I'm over here now. Cause yeah, I don't see you around. 4 or 5 of them follow him. I saw a picture. I don't know if y'all, Derek, you probably saw it. I don't know if you saw it. The little homie got hired at Burger King. He took a picture on his break. He said, I got 5 of my friends' jobs. And this was the crazy part. I was reading the comments. They say, yeah, how many of them going to still be there?
Yeah.
How many of them still going to be there for a check? They missing the point. The point is this. He got on somewhere positive and reached back and asked his boys. So his boys wanted out of what they was doing to get on. There was a moment for me. 5 black boys. They like 17, 18. They feel like they accomplished something. But then I look at the comments. And that's the part. That's the crab in the barrel. But then we're gonna talk about the devil and all that. Nah, you create your own hell. So helping people, we ain't gonna help everybody, man. So a lot of people gonna disappoint you more than they make you happy. You know what I'm saying? And just be grateful that you had the heart and God gave you the strength to put that energy into that person to help them. You're not going to help the whole hood. Everybody in the hood don't want to hear that. You're not going to help the whole block. So, help who you can help. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's a great quote by Tyson. That's my piece.
yeah. Nah, gee, that definitely, man. I definitely agree with you there, man. Um, specifically talking about how you have to be detailed when you're speaking to different individuals. I think the number one thing that we got to realize as being older guys is that, gee, you made a great point at the gym earlier. I forget some of these guys is 24, 18. We don't expect them to be doing
Yeah.
these things because we're looking at it like, man, you in such a great position, a blessed position. I think we were all, we like, if we had that position right now, I know what I would do, right? But at that time, we're like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we're looking at things. And I think what we're going to have to do is that we have to listen to what they're going through, right? Like when we have to figure out what they're going through, what they've been through, and that's them to start trusting you to be able to open up with you. And I think that's just with us breaking that ice and building that rapport, right? It's saying, hey, it might be something, we might get on the game together. We might have to bring you in the gym, right? We just getting consistent. We talking about little things. We ain't going too further. I ain't trying to be your daddy. I ain't trying to be, that type of guy. I just want to be the guy that, you want to give me a call, man, we can talk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna mention my client's name, but I got a kid I work with, I work with now that really was, I mean, I told y'all a little bit about him. Really was in the streets, really done did some things, went to jail for some things at a young age. Lost, he had lost his boy a year ago last week. And my uncle called me like, man, can you call him, man? He crying and to his grandma. His grandma didn't want us to tell him why. You know what I mean? So I just called him acting like I left something over there. But I can hear it in his voice. So I'm asking him, what's going on, man? So, he let me know. And I told him, like, look, I related to how I felt about when I lost my sister. You know what I mean? And I was just like, man, I understand. It's not the same way, but a loss is a loss. You know what I mean? Regardless of how it happens, it's a loss. And so I just want you to know that, the biggest thing is that your boy will be disappointed that you continue to go this way when he's living life through you. He's like, you get a chance because guess what? All of them will wish they were still here. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me somebody, that wouldn't want to still be here and be able to live life. You know what I mean? And be able to be in our shoes. So we got to understand is that when we get another 24/7, it's about us, but it's also about being able to help others as well. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing. That sometimes that's just your purpose. Your purpose might not be to be the multimillionaire. Your purpose might be to go to work, come home, get out there. It's a guy. I seen a great video. This guy comes home. He's a community dad where he out there throwing football to football kids. The kids come to the house all the time,
Yeah.
knocking on wifey like, he ain't home yet. He ain't home yet. But when he get there, he talking about. They was like, man, you coming outside? He like, yeah, I'm out. I'm coming outside. You know what I mean? So they out there playing football. And so what I'm saying is that they, you know, I can relate with him because I think we all got this attribute about us is that when we get around younger people, not only that we taller and bigger, right? So they looking at us a certain way, but even my mom summer kept these kids, they just gravitated to me where they might have been bad with my daughter, they was bad with my mom, but when they come over there, Mr. Fred, I did little interviews. I did interviews with all the kids, asking them how Stacy's promise was this summer. What was their favorite part? What did they learn? And
Mm-hmm.
they opened up so well, and they did a great job. But I think the biggest thing is continue to speak life, and what I mean by that is just not being negative, like just always having a perspective, like it could go this way too. You know what I mean? Like they already
Right.
so used
Nah,
to it
you're
going
right.
that way that it could really go this way for you. Like my young boy who I'm talking about, he want to weld. He want to go. We got him signed up for welding, training. Right? I told him, I said, by 25 years old, I said, you give yourself 7 years. You could be 25 making six figures. You hear me? I'm talking about money. You know what I'm
Give
saying?
me
Not,
my
and I'm talking. Yeah,
money.
give me my. Like, you hear me? Like I'm just telling. Like I just
Tell him,
and I
Derek.
and I believe in that because I'm just tired of us as adults saying this. Damn, I seen so much potential in him. That's what you
Oh,
hear all the damn time. 90% of the time, we like, I seen the potential. Like he could, I know what he could have been. Like I seen it. We get it. I'm tired of saying that. I want to say I knew he was gonna do that shit. You hear me? I knew what he was gonna do, and he gonna come back. He gonna take care of his community. You know what I mean? And I don't want to mention no names. Um, but that's what something I wish that AB would have did. When you was at the height of what you did, come down, buy you a gym. Get this team running under you. You know what I mean? Build something here where you got something to sit back on. Mike Stafford worked too goddamn hard to get y'all where y'all was at. And you know what I'm saying? His memory is still living on, but I'm just saying, like, it would have been so cool that you come back to the city and you just make sure these youngins got a recreation center they can maybe come in for free every, in the summertime, and come and do boxing and play basketball, go swimming, go on field trips, because that's you got the resources, and then also you can get the grants. There's so many things we can do to do these things. You know what I'm saying? And especially in a guy that's in his place. You see what I'm saying? And I think it would have did a lot for his mental health.
Absolutely.
The mental health, and you know what I'm saying, where he like, you know what, I'm doing something great. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing something great. And even if I can't do boxing no more, these kids have changed my trajectory in my life and my thinking. And we're at this standpoint. So Mike Tyson, this was a great quote. I think this was a great quote, and I love what he said. Oh, go ahead, G. You want to go ahead?
yeah. It'd be like, I'm gonna say it. It's like a blessing. Like, even though we've been blessed with people to come in our life, we be blessed to come in other people's life as well.
Oh yeah, for
From our
sure.
knowledge and the stuff that we know, and the things we can, or I'm gonna say the conversation we can have with young kids that can change their way of thinking. It's your way of thinking that's gonna make you react. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? It's because if you stuck in a certain mindset, you're gonna react to certain things. So when you talk, like you said, Fred, talking life into a kid, their ears perk up, their eyes get bigger. So it's
Hmm.
like, I can. This ain't just my life right here. So when they be, kids that do pray or certain blessings God want to send their way, see, people think a pot of gold and a lot of money. It's to change your mindset too. That
Yep.
can get you a pot of gold and a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? That little youngsters, when you talking about the welding, you know what I'm saying? For him, hearing that is motivation.
Hmm.
He probably wasn't hearing that to be motivated. But Fred came and told you 7 years, this can be it. So now he's looking forward to being a welder. See, that's a small thing that's big that we don't pay attention to. We pay attention to big things. I'm never got with the extraordinary. I'm basic. Give me a lot of basic shit. I'll make it look extraordinary. You know what I'm saying? Getting little gems here and there along the way of my journey, I will build something. I don't look for nothing extraordinary. Oh, anybody that know my I take little pieces and little pellets and stuff. But I'm quiet with what I do before you know it. It's a mountain that I done built. I done made out of these gems and stuff. So when these young kids that are lost, that meet Derek, that meet Fred, that meet me, B, Real, Tay, the information we give them can spark their next move, their next plan to be something out here than just a person on the street or Mr. Fred, you got $1? Derek, give me 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? So we are blessed as the people as well from what we know. And we share. See, sharing information is gifts. Now, it's the problem when you get information and you just keep it to yourself. That's being selfish. You know what I'm saying? So us, sharing information with these young guys and keeping them motivated to be something out here other than just sitting on the street with your pants low, you want to start growing dreads and stuff, wearing hoodies and it's a smog alert. That ain't it, bro. That ain't it.
And I'm gonna say this, man. We'll close out here soon. I just want to say this is that I know we talked about Charleston White last week, and one thing I took from him that I love, he had an acronym called PIMP. Proper instructions motivate people. Proper instructions motivate people. So when we talk, when you just brought up what I just talked to my youngin, in 7 years, if we take these classes, because a lot of us don't know where to start. The youngins don't know where to start, and they got so much pride they don't want to ask. When we would get the information out when we can. I mean, listen. Hey, hold on. For example, right here, when we did it, y'all didn't get to see the interview with Lando. We're gonna do it again. Get chat. But what I'm telling you is this: Lando brought up a time that Derek gave that make sure he got home on the bus. Am I wrong or am I right? He remembered that. What he say about me? Fred made sure I did this. Fred was my big. This was what I'm saying. These are things that you don't understand what you're doing to somebody's life until they can come back and you might not even remember. But you like, damn, man, I can't believe you. But that's what I'm trying to say. You don't know what you're bringing into somebody's life. You don't know what you're doing for them at their time. Even though they might not be sharing, they might be going through hell, but you just that little bit of spark where it's kind of showing them a whole different situation. You know what I mean? Like that door is a little bit opening them just a little bit more where it's like, damn, okay, this might actually work. You know what I mean? This might, I'm a little motivated to go ahead and knock this goddamn door off the hinges. And so that's what I mean by having a step by step and proper. That's why I felt what Charleston said when he said proper instructions motivate people. When you give somebody if you give somebody a way, everything comes. You don't get anything without instructions, right? When you got your PlayStation 5, they told you to plug this motherfucker in here, plug that here, plug that here. This is how this is gonna work. So if we give them the same sauce, just like that plan, where if you do this and you do that, this is gonna be your outcome, and you follow that plan. But you do.
You do. That's why they're intrigued.
Right.
Because what you said is working. So he comes back, he texts, he's called. You're right. Okay. Yeah, that did work. So guess what? He become a believer. That's the relationship being built. Fred ain't mislead me. What Mr. Fred said is happening. He never thought this could happen. Derek then told me things about being a trainer. You know what I'm saying? That makes me more of a believer in my training ability. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes from. You just said things, have me looking at things from different perspectives. So this is what I be saying, bro. Like, it give me chills sometimes when I speak about things like this, because we be looking for certain blessings to be certain things, but then we'll overlook it if it ain't what we want.
That's all right. That's a
we'll overlook it like, nah, that ain't it. Yes, it was. You just ain't take that information that was given to you to make it. See, they
Mm-hmm.
don't know what that idiot. Well, listen,
That's a boy. And listen, we going this
coach, I can go all day, bro. Go ahead.
yeah, this was great. This was great. This was a great quote. Mike Tyson, shout out to you, man. And youngest, if y'all are watching, please just take heed to a few things. You know what I mean? Take some things away from DT, from G, from me, and hopefully you guys can come up with a plan. But also know that you can reach out to DT. Know you can reach out to G. Know you can reach out to Fred. It's free feedback. We want all y'all to do
For
well.
sure.
So if there's anything you can get from us, please let us know. So listen, y'all, man, we had a great
Yes, we
episode
did.
12. This was great, man. Um, G, any words before we get off of here, man?
This is a must see podcast show, like all of them. You can learn something. Like Fred said, leave your comments. You can hit us up. People that know us, that follow us, that watch us. Y'all know us as individuals, and anything. I just appreciate the love, and shout out again to Ed with the shirts, loving them. Um, and shout out to Fred, shout out to Derek for us keeping this journey. I got to give my guys some love too, because we all making this possible moving forward. But none of this won't work without the fans supporting us, and I appreciate it.
For sure, G. Appreciate that. DT, what's up, man? Send us home, man.
Hey man, I'm always the guy to close the game out, no problem. But listen, I just want to thank everybody, for coming along on this journey, man. It's been a ride and it's gonna continue to be a ride. And like you said, man, shout out to your guy, man, because the shirts look good and make you feel a little better with the shirt. I ain't coming over with my little crap on or nothing like that. So it's a nice shirt, man. But also, Fred, like we was talking in the gym earlier about putting something together for these kids, man. Be on the lookout, man, with making the right play, giving back to these kids for school, man. We got y'all, man. We part of the community, man, and we want to stay a part of the community, man. So continue to follow us, like, comment, and subscribe, but be on the lookout, man.
Yep,
Deuces.
yep. No, definitely. Hey, and like DT said, man, we're gonna try to do some type of fundraiser, man. So please be on the lookout. Hey, Trey Potter, hit DT up, man. If you hear the episode, man, we're gonna try to get you on here, man. Hopefully next week, man. That's an easy call right there. Also, I do want to say, please like, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, anywhere you can find your podcast, you can get us on there as Make the Right Play Podcast. We want you guys to continue to have a great week. We want you guys to continue to make the right play, man, and we will see y'all next week. All right, man. We out.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.